Making lyric videos for underrated singers. So I just got this commission through and it's mixed media, which I am so excited about. I've always wanted to try mixed media and this is the perfect opportunity to do it. To catch you up to speed, I've made some designs for the artist who has just signed off on them. And I've, in the meantime, cut out some bits of magazines that I want to use in the video. Took a picture of them clean, with clean edges, and then I went back in and ripped them up. I've also got some Sharpie scribbles. Also done the same thing with different, I think that's pastels. This is, I think, most of everything I cut out. Some of it was for colour, some of it was for symbolism, that I can change the colour later on, and then some of it was texture, like this one. However, this video isn't about that. This video was about this piece of paper. The idea I have for this is it's all creased, it's all ripped, and I want to use this as a transition and have it crumpling up within the scene. Just like everything else, I took a picture of it on a white background. I've just used my sketchbook, and the idea is to take a picture of it at every stage of its transition. So like maybe 4 or 5 pictures, and then in post you can then take the background out and then impose it into After Effects, which I'm going to do right now. So this is just one of the pictures of the papers that I took, and I'm just going to click on this remove background. Ta-da! I want to test it first. Luckily I've sent her some style frames, so I'm going to take 2 of those and do like a test transition and just see what looks good. I think we're going to go from this one to this one. I think I'm going to add in and then pre-comp them as their own little sequence. They're all out of order, so I'm just reorganising them in order of crumpledness. All that's left now is to stagger these layers. The length of time that each one is going to be on screen, I'm going to put it at every 4 frames and then work from there. So this is how it looks at every 4 frames, which I think is quite nice. You can probably see I've left this frame up for a little bit longer, so when we animate into a scene, we can stick around with that texture for a little bit before we then move on. And that's the reverse. What I've also done is scale down by 10% for each image so that this one fills the frame, and then it gets smaller and smaller so that when it eventually disappears, it's not that unnatural. So with all that set up, I think this is going to be a set matte job. So I've put the effect on the scene that we're beginning with, the scene that we want to come out from, and then I've set the matte to the paper transition layer. So basically this scene is now going to only show where the elements in this layer are appearing to. So you see how it goes in like that, but you don't see any texture. You do see a bit of the paper around the edges, but it does look very unnatural. So we need to add, I think we need to add a displacement map to this. And that's just going on the same layer that we're coming out from. And what we can do is take the displacement map and set it to the paper transition, which means that now the paper transition sort of texture is going to affect the way that this looks. So you can go really crazy with it, or you can go really subtle with it. So that is helping, but I still want some of that paper showing through, so I might add one of these on top and then blend it in. So now we're seeing it looks more like it's being screwed up and affected by that paper. I do think it's going to work. So what I'm going to do now is rebuild everything in After Effects. I'm going to put the video next so you can see what the finished result looks like.